have these moments in time where we have Don athletes come back. They come back and they give. And we have a great track record of getting kids to school to do their thing, to play at the highest level. Matter of fact, to do our motto, which is what? We make dreams come true. That banner is there for a reason. So a lot of people come to Don Prep because they got great dreams, and we do what we can to make that happen. One of those individuals this morning is Davion Mace. I'm gonna allow him to introduce himself, but before we start our interview, let's give him a huge round of applause.
Well, my name is Davion Mace, the Don Prep alumni from class of 2020. And I want to explain to y'all how I made it to where I made it to and what it took, And it wasn't all easy, but at the end of the day, y'all got to realize that ain't nothing easy in life, but y'all can do it. So never had that edge on life that y'all ain't gonna succeed or anything like that. Always have a positive mindset, because at the end of the day, you never know who watching, you never know who taking up notes on you. You feel me? So if y'all want to make it big in one day in life, just always have your head on straight and always think twice.
So Davion, let's sit down and talk. We just gonna have a conversation. And like I said, we've done this with a couple of athletes that came through the prep. So just give the kids just your honest reaction, and we're just having just a conversation.
Yeah.
So you Cincinnati born and raised.
Cincinnati born and raised.
On top of Davion being my nephew,
yeah,
I've known him for a very long time. I've seen him grow up.
Yes,
if you could just tell the kids your upbringing, let them know how you fell in love with basketball.
Okay, well, I fell in love with basketball. My dad right here, pops right there. You can say it. Pops right there. So I always had a ball in my hand at a young age. You know what I'm saying? I always had a ball in my hand at a young age, and as I can remember, like, he used to always pick me up to the hoop, and I used to always just dunk it every time. Like, you know how some kids be like, they don't want to play with the ball and none of that. And you can tell that they ain't, you know what I'm saying? They ain't really like liking it. But I was like grasped to it, and whenever I put that ball in my hand, it just felt like magic to me. So I just kept going with it, you know what I'm saying? As a child, you know what I'm saying? As a child, as a baby, just kept going with it.
And it's important that you acknowledge, right? You kind of paved the way for it. Because you see a lot of athletes on TV. KD hit them with the, "Mom, you the real MVP." Like, you had that moment when you arrive where you appreciate the people that help position you there.
Yeah.
So it's a blessing, you got your dad in your life, other people that have, helped you get where you are.
Even y'all, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Don Prep, you know what I'm saying? Like you, my Nick, like y'all all gave me life to hoop.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Now,
like,
you had a lot of different avenues, right?
Yeah.
Before you got to Don Prep. So explain to everybody how you got to Don Prep. As much as you can.
Yeah, because, alright, so, boom. I played at Woodward, as some of y'all may know me from Woodward when I broke the backboard. And so whenever I broke the backboard, my uncle had told me, he was like, dang man, they ain't playing you like how as much as they should. They ain't playing you as much as they should here at Woodward. So I'm like, I mean, you're right. And this is, mind y'all, this is beforehand. This is like 3 games before it happened. Like all this transfer happened, all that. So he told me, he like, man, they ain't playing you good or anything like that. To come up St. X game, I broke the backboard, and now they want to show me love. Now they want me to play more. Now they want to, we better give you the ball. We about to do all this and all that stuff. And then I'm like, nah, because I seen it wasn't really how real love, So when that happened, he's like, you need to transfer, you know what I'm saying? Call up Uncle Straight, you know what I'm saying? Coach Snyder, you know what I'm saying? And we gonna make it happen. So after I broke the backboard, the next day I left Woodward, transferred, and then I ended up Don Prep Academy.
Yeah, and I mean, immediately from day one, you became a huge impact to the program at that time. That was during 2020.
Yeah.
So we was dealing with the pandemic.
Right, yeah.
Which it was crazy times. I think that team we had, and Nigel, you can attest to it, it was probably one of the most stacked teams that we had in the history of the program. Coach Sammy V, he recruited in a crazy class, and then boom, the pandemic hit.
Yeah.
So just tell the student athletes how you kind of faced adversity while you were here, and you still was able to push through and make it.
Yeah.
So that was some crazy times.
Yeah. So pandemic hit, and we had to wear masks. We had to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes earlier than that, just to get here and make sure we wake up. Some days we ain't wake up. Some days we had to, you know what I'm saying? Some days we couldn't play because we ain't wake up. Some days it was just like tough because the pandemic was throwing everybody off and everything like that. So like whenever it hit, it was just like, damn, when is it gonna end? Because everybody, and then the games wasn't really, every game we couldn't play because some days got canceled because teams had COVID. You know what I'm saying? So we thinking like, bro, is we gonna play? Like, when we gonna play? You know what I'm saying? Because the virus had everybody settled back. So when the virus had everybody settled back, we just sticking to the drawing board, keeping our heads on tight for real, because it was hard times when the pandemic was in store. You know what I'm saying? But when it was games we played, like we had to make sure we was there. We was here on time. Or like I said, we wasn't gonna play. We had to make sure we was here on time, did our work. You know what I'm saying? Practice in the mornings. Practice in the mornings after we did our work. Workouts after that, and then meal prep, and then come back again, and then work out again, and then practice again, and then leave at night, go right back to sleep, and then do it right currently, like rapidly, like. And if you ain't on schedule or anything, it just wasn't good. Don't happen for you. That's why you always gotta have that mindset that I'm gonna get up and do it. I ain't gonna play around, and it's gonna be a real job for me.
Yeah, consistency is key.
Yeah.
That's what we try to instill. And really, guys, like here at Prep, I don't know if you guys know it, but at the collegiate level or the next level, it kind of turns into a job.
Yeah, job.
So you find out who likes it and you find out who loves it very fast.
Yeah.
So your prep experience, that's why you do the midday workouts. That's why the teachers are encouraging you to really just develop a routine. That's what's going to help you in life. So Davion, we got to talk about it, right?
Yeah, it's worth it.
Talk about the academic part. Because I know you as a student, you're trying not to say that. I'm gonna make you talk about it. Because some of them might need this encouragement, right? Talk about your academic journey from kind of where you started to you graduating. Because you graduated, you got it done, despite the academic stuff. Just because they got to be student athletes, they got to know it get real. Right. So talk about the academic part too.
Well, I came down with.
You want to say it?
It was be keeping it real because I'm here right now and I done succeeded to where I succeeded.
He walked in with a 1.3.
Yeah,
1.3 GPA.
He had a 1.3 coming in here.
1.3 coming into Don Prep, and I came in here and it was tough times. Sometimes it was hard. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it was hard, but you know the academic program they got here is like A1. So whenever you come in here, they open arms to you. You know what I'm saying? And they willing to get you on pace and where you need to get at, like in life. So it's like on the academic part, like it was just like the academics. It was easy, but I ain't gonna say it wasn't easy because we had times when I had classes that I had to get like 5 credits on. Or like, you know what I'm saying, or even more, and that one, and them like few hours, like I mean years and shit like that. But before, like, dang,
it was a battle.
It was a battle.
But I'm happy to say, and Nigel, I'll let you chime in. You know this program Apex that you guys are on. Davion had to do all his classes on Apex.
Yeah.
And by the end of his post-grad year, in order for him to be awarded certain scholarships, he had to get a 2.3 GPA. And I'm happy to announce at the end of his post-grad year, he did achieve that, 2.3. So let's clap it up for that. Yeah. And then Nigel, I'll let you chime in.
Actually, it was a 2.5.
He got a 2.5?
Yeah, he
I thought
actually
it was
finished
2.3.
with a 2.5 because he got the scholarship offer to Berry, and you know that's the minimum they gonna take.
Yeah. So let's talk about it.
So my thing was, I don't know if y'all know, that means in 2 years, Davion did his whole high school career over with to achieve that GPA so he can go to school.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the greatest accomplishment. Forget the basketball. I like that part. Yeah. I never thought him as a student was gonna do that.
Yeah, and
I never thought that.
And I mean, guys, literally the same classrooms you guys are walking around on, he did that journey. We are a part of that. Talk to us about where it took you, right? So after you left Don, you was awarded some opportunities. Talk to us about what we're looking at right here. Like, what happened with your life after Don?
Well, that's a crazy story how that had happened, because at the when I left Don, my focus was like it was everywhere. Like I really ain't know what I was gonna do after that, after Don, because I had all the scholarships, I had all the offers they brought me in, all the offers, but a little dark turn had hit me, you know what I'm saying? And then I had a little phase in life, and I shut it off on basketball, I set it to the side a little bit, but I always had the accolades in hoop. And they know who I was from when I was playing basketball. I always had the accolades, the highlights, everything like that, from Don Prep to high school to AAU and all that type stuff. But I had to set it to the side for a little time, and I had I'd say about a year later, 3 calls called my phone, and I ain't answered the 2. And then I waited the next day. I'm like, and it was Don that was calling me, and I'm like, dang, I ain't answering that. So I just left the 2 calls alone. And then on the 3rd call, they had said that Overtime Elite had wanted to bring me in because they seen how I was doing at Don Prep. They seen all my upbringing and stuff. So that's how I had ended up playing for Overtime, and they had brought me the next day in. I signed a contract, and they had brought me the next day in down. They flew me down to Atlanta, Georgia, and I ended up playing with two top five picks. Two top 5 picks. They're twins. One with 4th and 5. Y'all may know them as Asar Thompson and Aman Thompson. Yeah, I played with both of them, and that was a really, really, really amazing, like, a blessing, a huge blessing, and I will never question it or anything like that, because at the end of the day, like I said, you never know who's watching y'all. You know what I'm saying? So y'all always gotta have y'all mind sharp, and I know it's gonna be hard, a lot, but at the end of the day, it's always gonna work out. Positive minds beat the negatives. You know what I'm saying? So don't ever come in here like y'all not gonna succeed or anything like that. Like, I can't, you see what I just, from a 1.5, come on, y'all. Like, you feel me? Like, it's possible, y'all. Like, anything possible. Y'all put y'all mind to it. Because at the end of the day, ain't nobody gonna be much as a believer as yourself. So y'all gotta believe, and y'all actually gotta wanna strive, because that right there done opened a lot of doors for me. Like, I done met a lot of people, like, a lot of people that y'all look up to, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, if y'all want to make it in life, y'all really got to have that drive and that goal, you know what I'm saying? Because without that goal and without believing in yourself, it's going to be a little hard for you, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you always just got to keep God first, you know what I'm saying? Smoking, cut that out. Drinking, cut that out. That ain't good for you if you want to be at the next level. I'm trying to tell you, because you're going to get exposed. It's a thing called exposed, you can get exposed, real, and it could end up everywhere in the world. And then you can get embarrassed because you ain't taking your body right. You ain't taking care of your body. You ain't eating the right foods. So that's what you got to really take.
It's a really good point, because you're not only competing against your peers, you're competing against everybody
around the world.
Yeah, at that level, it's different. There's levels to this, right? So
super level. I never gave up on myself. You know what I'm saying? So when they weren't playing me, I'm like, I know I'm that. You know, I know I'm like that. You feel me? Yeah, like I know I'm like that. So it's like they missed out for real. So you always got to think about that too. Like, want to show them. You feel me? I'm gonna show you that I ain't no scrub. I'm gonna show you that I'm like that. You know what I'm saying? It's all about self confidence. You know what I'm saying? So always have self confidence. Work hard for real. That should put fire in your heart though. You know what I'm saying? It should put fire in your heart to show like, man, I don't start, but it's cool though.
Still in. With the cash up. Let's go.